I want to welcome you to Dream Chasers Radio with me, your host, Yaya Diamond. What's up, peoples? How you doing? It is a great day, and I'm so very excited to be here. Hey, guys, listen, we have the author's edition, and I am taking a moment to actually go ahead and work with this amazing doctor, because he's got like two amazing books, and he's got. Oh my gosh. I'm telling you, the doctor has it all on point. And I want to welcome him to the show. Dr. William Clark is here. Thank you so much for joining us.
Well, thank you for inviting me. And what a wonderful name you have.
Oh, thank you.
Yaya Diamond. Now that sounds expensive.
Oh, you know,
and here we are. I'm in sunny Scotland.
I love Scotland. So tell us about yourself. I mean, how did your journey for writing begin?
Well, I would say by accident, because it was during the pandemic.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, we had to stay home. We had to just not communicate directly with people. And I was just looking for something to do. And I looked back over the years, and in the 1980s, I decided to write a book. Or rather, I decided to draw and paint at that time. And I took a course which was run by the Paris ABC School of Art. And this was a course on computer. It was based on 4 volumes, imitating nature in the visible world. And the plan was to treat drawing and coloring together and to produce examples. Now, art is about creation. It is a personal adventure. And the course consisted of topics, themes, activities. There were no restrictions or set formulas, but the instructions came from the Paris ABC School of Art. So that was in the 1980s, and I retained the work that I completed in that course, and that forms the basis for this book, Drawings and Paintings.
Mm. You know, it's amazing what we could do when we have a lot of time on our hands.
Yes, exactly, yes.
And so changing your whole direction, did this actually help you to actually accomplish something you've always wanted to do but never had the time to do?
Yes, I never ever considered myself an artist. I was never trained as an artist, if you like, except for this correspondence course. And I really took to it very well. I loved the course, and I spent a lot of my time every day drawing and painting to build up the material that is the basis for this book.
Wow. I am the queen of stick figures. That is me.
Yes, yes.
But I mean, you know, okay, so you never thought of yourself as an author, neither an illustrator, but you are now. I mean, so tell us a little bit about the book.
Yes, well, I think I would like to illustrate it. Can I do that by bringing up some pictures?
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the image I used on the cover page of the book.
Okay.
And the title of the book is New Horizons in Life, Art, and Poetry. And the initial chapter is an introduction to our home in Scotland, in the county of Fife. Now that is famous for golf because St. Andrews is the home of golf, and we live just 10 miles from St. Andrews.
Wow. So you're going to share that page with us today?
Right.
That's it. Yeah, that's really nice.
See it. Yeah. Yeah.
You did a good job. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so that was the idea, that I could do drawings and paintings, and I sent them off to the administrator in Paris, and
Mm-hmm.
I had feedback from a professional artist. Now, this is where we live in
Mm-hmm.
Scotland. Just to illustrate, we're in a beautiful country area. I live in a village called London Links, which is named after the golf course. And it's a beautiful, quiet place. And this is the view virtually from my window.
Mm.
Not quite from my window, but very similar. I
Mm-hmm.
look over onto the Firth of Forth, the estuary of the Firth of Forth.
Mm.
And the nearest town is called Largo. And this is a drawing that I made of Largo,
Wow.
of the harbor
Mm-hmm.
at Largo. And on the right of that picture is a hotel, which is called the Crusoe Inn. Now, Robinson Crusoe was written by a man, Alexander Selkirk, who was from Largo.
Mm-hmm.
And Robinson Crusoe in the book traveled the world. And that was the subject of that book, Robinson Crusoe. So here we are in Largo, and we commemorate that with the Crusoe Hotel.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is, this area is called the East Neuk of Fife. And that's the east corner of Fife. And it's a beautiful area with very scenic towns on the coast, harbours. This is Pitton Weem. This is my drawing of
That's
Pitton Weem
nice.
Harbour and the boats in the harbour. So this is kind of an introduction to the book.
Mm.
Now, if we go inland from where we live, we come to an area called the How of Fife. And that is really the hollow of Fife. And this is a photograph of that area. But I did a drawing. I went up there and sat and did, well, it's a painting actually. And this is the painting, my painting of the How of Fife.
Mm. Wow.
And these are just some images from the beginning of my book.
Mm-hmm.
And this painting is called Scotch Mist. And there is the light in the background. And this is in the Scottish Highlands.
Wow. I
And
mean, so
this is
this is
another
wonderful. This is
painting.
so beautiful.
This is another painting of the Scottish Highlands.
You painted that?
Yes, yes, and I painted that too. And I painted that, of course, and I drew this. So
Wow.
these
So
are
you're
these
becoming a prolific artist.
these are typical images from my book. Now, this is a very famous image. It's the Old Course St. Andrews. Now, I did not paint that, but a friend of mine who is a professional artist, John Mitchell is his name,
Mm-hmm.
and he painted that of St. Andrews. And his website is down here, www.largoart.com.
Nice.
So that is a famous view, very close to where we live. And then, of course, we're very close to Edinburgh. And this is the view from the main street in Edinburgh. Beautiful gardens. On the top of the hill, there is Edinburgh Castle. But I don't think any other city in the world has a view like this
I don't think so.
from its main street. It's
Right.
it's magnificent,
It
really.
is. It
Now,
definitely is. So
here
I
we
don't
have,
want you to I don't want you to show your entire book because
no,
I
no,
want people to actually get the book. But I think that you have become a very prolific artist in your own right. This is beautiful.
yeah. Now, I'm not going to show you much more of this, but I want to show you just a little bit
Uh-huh.
because this is in our home, and I named this Home and Hearth, and it's a drawing of our fireplace.
Mm.
And here is the
Oh.
fireplace. And then this is the mantelpiece. And this is our lounge.
Mm.
We have a collection of paintings by well-known Scottish contemporary artists.
Mm-hmm.
So we have collected paintings and sculpture. This artist was based in Edinburgh, and so was these paintings are by the president of the Royal Academy of Art, this Royal Scottish Academy of Art,
Wow.
and we have a collection of his paintings.
Mm-hmm.
So we've been interested in art for many years. This is a sculpture by an American artist, Erty. And finally, I'm nearly finished. This is our conservatory at the bottom of the garden. And this is my studio, which is attached to our house.
Mm-hmm.
That's our home and studio.
Nice. It's beautiful.
And
Aw.
this is my wife, Sheila.
Aw.
We have been married for, let's see, 65 years.
Wow, you better get it right.
Yeah, I think it's 65. Yeah. Okay.
Wow, that is
So
beautiful.
this is the view from our home, sunrise, looking across the water, and this is sunset.
Mm.
Then the other aspect of my book is poetry. I'll read just one poem for you.
Okay.
Sunset, crimson ball, dressed in a scarlet gown, gliding through the stratosphere, prima ballerina, tripping the light fantastic, dancing and romancing with passing clouds, playing the perennial clown in a circus of bright lights. I don't need to read all the poem, but it's just a little example.
Right.
And, you know, finally, the last verse, cosmic queen of the universe, surrounded by a galaxy of stars, in your presence, their light pales into insignificance. They bow to your every command. We cannot begin to understand the full extent of your power. So I
Wow.
think that is all I need to show you at the moment of the book, but it gives you a little flavor of what is in the book. Now, you can take over and we can talk about whatever.
I think
Okay.
that's beautiful. I mean, I know you have a second book though. Am I correct? You do have a
I,
second book. And
I
so
have
I'm
a second,
gonna
yes, I have
oh,
a second
wonderful.
book.
Yeah. So that
Would
was
you
New
look?
Horizons in Life, Art, and Poetry, right?
That was New Horizons in Life, Art, and Poetry, yes.
Okay. All right.
Now, my second book is called Faces and Braces.
Mm-hmm.
So this book is, the title, Faces and Braces, is based on my profession, orthodontics.
Mm-hmm.
And orthodontics, this is the cover of Faces and Braces. And this is my granddaughter on the cover, Rebecca. And she starts off by saying, my name is Rebecca, and I want to talk to you about orthodontics for you and me. Treat yourself to a brilliant smile, because that is what orthodontics is all about.
Yeah.
So she wants to talk to you about faces and braces. Would you like to improve your image and your prospects in life? This book can change your life. Whether you are a youngster, a teenager, or an adult, if you are embarrassed to smile because of your teeth, Faces and Braces will help you to smile with confidence. Do you have crooked teeth? Do your front teeth stick out? Does your chin stick out? Do you lack confidence? This book has answers for these problems.
Mm.
Catch up on cool chat. Did you know that the tin grin is the in thing? Train tracks are trendy. Brace yourself for a brilliant smile. So
Okay.
that's an introduction to orthodontics. And that's what the book is all about. It's to show patients what they can do to improve their appearance. This is my
Mm.
granddaughter and grandson.
Oh,
So teeth are for eating. Okay. Teeth show you are happy. Teeth are for smiling. And this is Rebecca when she was 8. She had a gap between her teeth. So, she had orthodontics.
mm-hmm.
And this is how she turned out.
Wow.
Uh, so that's what orthodontics is all about. And
Yeah.
this book explains all of that, but it is written, these are perfect arch form, you see.
Mm-hmm.
This is written in very simple language. Rebecca meets Gary.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Gary. I want to talk to you about faces and braces.
Yeah, and you know
So,
what? The shape of your teeth and the way they are in your mouth really dictates the way your face looks.
yes, yes, it does. And we can change that with orthodontics.
Mm-hmm. It does. I know that I had some work done and I don't look the same. I don't look the same at all.
No,
Go back into some pictures, my teeth were always forward and sticking forward. And when I had them fixed and pulled back. Oh my gosh, it's a big difference.
yes, yes. And it can increase a patient's confidence by
Hmm.
improving their appearance.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And
I totally love the way I look now. I don't look anything like I used to look.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
So we can, if you wish, we can put this away, or how would
Yes,
you,
definitely. And
sorry?
let's talk about you for a second because we got the books and we're going to put the link in the description box below or above or to the side wherever you're watching where you can
Yes,
actually get these books because I think these books are great for, my daughter had to have braces. And so you can go
yes,
ahead and take that down. My
yeah,
daughter had to have braces and literally speaking, she hated it. She did not want braces. She did not
yes,
want to go through
yes,
that whole thing.
yes,
And I'm telling you, it's night and day. She's so happy she did it. I think this book is going to be great for, people who don't want to go and get the braces because they don't want to look bad. But ultimately speaking, I'm going to tell you, you're going to get the perfect teeth.
yes,
Believe me, I
yes,
know.
sure. Now, this is just one last comment about orthodontics here. This girl says she was teased at school because her chin sticks out. The lower teeth bite in front of the upper teeth. You
Mm,
can't see the upper teeth when she closes her teeth together. So we correct that and it improves the profile.
yeah,
And that's the other aspect. If the lower jaw is prominent, you
mhm.
can correct that as well.
That is
So
amazing.
I don't know if you can see my
I can
screen,
see your screen. Yes.
because again, this is where we live, just 10 miles from St Andrews, and it's a golf course because the town London Links is named after the golf course.
Mm, it's beautiful.
Uh,
It's gorgeous. You make me want to go back and visit again. Definitely. I'm gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Writing these books, getting this done, I mean, artwork, pictures, orthodontists. I mean, all of these things. How did you figure out the format that you wanted to do it in? Because it seems like very specific.
Yes. I haven't done. I haven't continued to do paintings and drawings since that time. This was in the 1980s. I was, a young man or a younger man. But having that opportunity to do the correspondence course was excellent because they gave guidance on, in each chapter, you had guidance on what to do next. And it's then just self-expression. You're doing it your way. And this is how you express your personality in art. You produce individual work that is drawing, painting, whatever,
Mhm. Yeah.
Mm.
It seems to have had a very big effect on your future. I mean, I know that you were talking about it's been a while since you've done this course, but how
Yeah.
has it affected your life on a daily basis, even in your books? How has that worked for you?
Well, as you saw when I showed some pictures of our home, we have a very nice collection of art by Scottish artists, contemporary, and that is throughout our home.
Mm,
And we just enjoy living with these artworks.
yeah. I hear you. I hear you. So this is, a lot of people say, oh, college, high school, my courses and all that stuff has never really affected me. I really don't care. It really didn't change anything. But for you, it really, really did change a lot in your life. What advice do you give to people who have the opportunity to take a lifetime course or even take advantage of time that they may have to go after their dreams?
Yes. Oh, I would really recommend it because, you know, at the time that I was doing the course, we were pretty well confined to home during the COVID epidemic. And it was something to occupy my mind, and it made me look back. I mean, I now I'm able to look back on that experience, and I really did benefit from it.
I hear you.
I really enjoyed it.
Wow. Well, I enjoyed having you on the show. Is there anything we missed today that you would like to tell the listeners?
Well, first of all, I'm very pleased to be able to communicate with you in this way and to have this interview. I have enjoyed that. And to do it visually on the screen, we can talk to one another. We're across the pond from one another, but we
Yeah,
are able to see one another and come. Isn't technology wonderful?
it is. It is.
Uh, I mean, computers changed everything for us.
Oh, it did. It did. I'm just happy we don't have dial up anymore.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a lot
I mean,
faster now.
when when I was young, we just didn't have computers. A
I didn't
computer
either.
would take an entire room. The wall of a room would be completely taken up by what's on a computer. And now I can sit with my computer on my knee, and you're the same, and we can share experiences simultaneously. It's wonderful.
Amazing. It is definitely amazing. Yeah, I grew up no computers, 70s, 80s. The computers didn't come out in the desktop until like, oh my gosh, I was in middle school when it came.
Yes,
Yeah, like
yes.
85.
Yeah,
And it was huge. And it was just black and white. So you had to know
yeah,
codes in order to
sure,
work it. Yeah, so
sure.
you had to know
Uh-huh,
coding and
uh-huh.
HTML files and this and that and how to do this and do that. It was very basic, but I thought it was really cool. My mom got me my first computer was a Commodore, which was one of the first desktop computers, and it was huge
Yes,
and
yes.
heavy.
Yeah. Well, I mean, we had a desktop to begin with, of course, but now we have Macintosh. We have stuck with Macintosh computers. You know, that's
Mm,
a Scottish name, if you like.
yeah,
But
yeah.
we have stuck with them, and now, I mean, for example, uh, well, next month I'm 86.
Oh, congratulations.
And
Happy birthday.
thank you. And my wife, Sheila, is 84.
Oh, happy birthday.
So we nowadays, we don't drive so much, but every week we travel by bus to Edinburgh and enjoy the city. We eat out, we maybe go to a film or a play or something, and it's added another dimension to our lives.
Yeah.
And the rest of the time we're living at home. I'm playing golf on the golf course that I showed you. And it's as I said, Largo is very descriptive of the pace of life in this part of the world. It's a beautiful area. If you ever manage to come, you're
I've been.
welcome to
I
visit.
will be back. Definitely. Not like your town, but I've been
No,
to Scotland. Yeah.
sure, sure.
It is
Well, it's
beautiful.
been a pleasure to meet you.
And the
And
pleasure has been mine. And now
yeah.
you've got me longing for those rolling hills. And
Yeah.
everybody asking, where are you from? You must be from the United States. What an accent you have. I'm like,
Yeah.
no, you have the accent. But
Yes.
it is fun. It is definitely beautiful there. And I really truly love it. And the people were just amazing and wonderful and so inviting. And it was just homey.
Yeah.
It felt like as if, I was home, and it was beautiful.
It's a
And
very friendly country,
yes, it
Scotland.
is.
Very
Yes,
homely. Yeah.
yes, very, very much so, very much so. And I thank you so much for being on the show. We're going to have all of your links in the description box below, but what is your favorite place for people to go?
William Clark author.com.
I like that one.
That's the one you want to go for.
Yeah, that's
William
the one I want to
Clark
go for.
author.com.
Yeah. So WilliamClarkAuthor.com is going to be in the description box below so that you guys can go ahead and check that out for yourselves and get those books if you love poetry and just beautiful paintings and pictures. I'm loving it. Thank you so much, Dr. Clark, for being with us.
Oh, thank you very much for having me.
No problem. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. Don't forget to dare to be different. And until next time, guys. Bye.
Yes, thank you very much.
I dare to be different. I dare.